Chapter 7. The final chapter. Counter at the end of the line.
Found one!
Make sure we grab all these hint coins. Okay, that was a random hint coin. Yeah. Hopefully there's no random puzzles. It would appear you've solved at least 80 puzzles. Man, I solved like 100. I commend your perseverance and proclaim you worthy of entrance to this castle.
Welcome. Sorry to intrude, but we are investigating an important antique. This box we have here. The emblem on its lid seems connected to your house in some way. Would you have time to answer a few questions?
I think this matter would best be addressed by the master. Please, come inside.
Wow, this place is really something else.
Indeed, Luke. This castle is extremely impressive.
Right this way, please.
Good evening. Welcome to my house. So, if I understand correctly, you're saying people fear the box because they believe it kills anyone who opens it. That's quite a story, isn't it?
It seems that the design on this box is connected to your family in some way. Can you tell me anything about this?
It's true that it was a Herzen family heirloom. Although I parted with it a number of years ago, the garish emblem you mentioned wasn't exactly, suited to my taste.
Personally, I think it's quite spectacular.
Oh, is that so? Well, chalk it up to my bad taste then.
You know, I don't think he's telling us the whole story.
Perhaps not. It's hard to say just yet.
I'm sorry I'm not much help, though I confess, visitors are always delightful. I'm sure you've had a long journey, so please do stay the night. Prepare the quarters for our guests, Nigel.
Yes, right away, master.
I never understood the point of just having like a 50-foot table, and then, you know, like the head of the house sits on one end of the table and then the guests sit on the other end of the table, and it's just like, are you liking the food back there? Yeah, it's pretty tasty. Can I get a refill? You know, come on, man. Wow, this is the poshest room I've ever seen. Also, Homeboy Slice looks like he's 12 years old. I know, you know, anime, but he looks like he's 12 years old and he has a voice as deep as mine. Like, come on, man. It's a room befitting the wealthiest and most influential family of Full Sense. I have a hard time believing a place as pretty as this has a vampire lurking about. Well, you never know, Luke. Maybe Anton himself is a vampire, and you haven't just realized it yet. Anton, no way. He seemed like a perfectly nice guy to me. Wait a second. I thought you didn't believe in vampires. Are you pulling my leg? But there is something strange going on here, now that you mention it. Remember that picture we saw in the Herzen Museum? Anton was in it, wasn't he? Thing is, even though the photo was taken 50 years ago, Anton doesn't look a day older. So it's been bothering you too, has it? I can't quite understand how it could be possible. It's especially odd given that Mr. Beluga has clearly aged since the picture was taken. It would seem that both Anton and his castle warrant further examination. There's that famous Layton intuition acting up again. I suppose you could say that, though I'd hardly call it famous. Why don't we start our exploration of the castle with this room? Good idea. Let's get to it. Get to finding them hint coins. I say, look at this picture, Luke. Is that full sense there? I think so. The artist inscription down here says that this painting is 50 years old. Looks pretty much the same as the full sense outside our window, though. What are you thinking, Professor? Oh, it's nothing. I was just pondering something. And that stuff to yourself.
Jackpot!
Like? Okay. I'm just checking to see if there's any puzzles before we bounce. Oh, I thought I already clicked that. That is a fascinating painting. Have you ever seen such a convincing illustration of a gala? From what we've seen of this castle, I'm certain the ball was extremely opulent. My, it's gotten late. There is time for a quick puzzle, and it's off to sleep, alright? The couple in this piece seem to be dancing high in the air, floating impossibly near the chandelier. But as it turns out, when viewed properly, there's nothing strange at all about the picture. If you look closely enough, one peculiar area of the painting hints at the reason the whole picture seems so odd. Find that peculiar area and circle it to learn the truth. These kind of puzzles are difficult because they're not really high resolution pictures or whatnot. This right here is the most suspicious thing to me. Okay. Like, how big does the circle have to be? Like, all right. Well, anyways, this right here, this doesn't seem to match up with everything else. There's there's a line that goes right there, and then it doesn't really make all that much sense. I also don't know what this is. This person right here is also weird because, like, we have a ground plane right here. But this guy's just chilling right below it. I like how I draw a line and it's like right there. And then I draw like a circle and it's like, can you try again? I mean, is this like the only thing I can... Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this guy. I don't really know. But, it would seem like if this guy was on the ground plane, he would be mirrored. Let's just submit it. I think I got it wrong, but let's just submit it. Yeah. Certainly is hard to see what could be peculiar about such a happy scene. It has nothing to do with it. Let's throw a hint coin. Many things about the painting are a little off, but what one little detail seems the most unusual to you? Alright, because it's such a related image. Thoroughly inspect the couple in the center of the picture. The answer is there somewhere. Okay. We're just going to go back to drawing our line, and we're just going to submit that.
Here
Just
goes.
throw the Hail Mary.
That was almost too easy.
Nice eye. The couple seem to be the only two people with a visible reflection on the floor. It seems that the scene in this painting isn't of the ball itself, but rather of its reflection on the ballroom floor. Perhaps the young couple out on the floor looked so happy together that the painter didn't want to ruin their dance by staring straight at them. Okay, sure. I'll give you that. Sure. It really is magnificent. Oh, what's this? Luke, tell me, what are these do these two look familiar to you? Looks like Anton, and is that Katya? My, it's gotten late. It's been quite a day for us, so perhaps it's time to turn in. Yeah, I could use some sleep. Good night, Professor.
What? Professor, is that Katya?
The resemblance is striking.
What are they doing together? Oh!
Fear not, my dear. They're just the main course for this evening. And my, don't they look fresh. Oh, lovely. You're awake. It's been far too long since I've encountered prey so feisty.
Anton! What sort of madness is this?
I knew it! You are a vampire!
Well, if that's the case, it was rather foolish for you to venture here, wouldn't you say? But I'm afraid it's too late now. I must begin preparations. In the meantime, why don't you just stay put and enjoy each other's company? After all, it'll be your last chance.
Did you hear that? Anton's gonna eat us for dinner. Luke, listen to me. Take a deep breath and collect yourself. There's no cause for worry, my boy. Whoever tied these ropes did a poor job. With a little work, I may be able to get free. Here comes a suck-a-fool puzzle. A man sits bound by a long length of rope among several posts. While he has no hope of untying his bonds, he can still move his legs. Were he to stand up and run away, his long trail of rope looks like it might catch on at least one of the posts. He'll need to use his legs to pull up any posts that prevent him from running away before he can dash off. Mark any posts that prevent the man from running away. Life is hard. Alright, so this one's fine. This one I'm looking at it and it doesn't look fine, but we'll just wrap this around here. That one. Where are we going? That one. I'm just seeing those two. I'm just gonna do those. You know, I didn't consider this one. Just trying to decide whether I would want to take that one or not. So this one's definitely going to pull this post. So it's these two right here. So what are the So what areas are inside and what are outside of the loop? Okay, so this is inside. Part is inside, so we wrap back around. This is inside, side, inside, 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 inside. So for this rope, that is outside for this. For this, inside. It would be inside for this one. I'm gonna mark it. You know, whatever. It's those three posts, so I'll just take it off on my next try, and we'll just lose some picker rats. How about that?
Eliminated.
I wasn't feeling too confident on that one, but you know, whatever. Lose some picker rats. Just oops, throw random stuff. All right, you know, we just go and get it wrong.
My, this one is.
If you use the
quite
memo,
formidable.
you can fill the inside of the loop. Suppose I could do that. This ghetto drawing capabilities of mine. Hint, there is only one post. One of the hint coins gives me that. So if you can find any that are filled in the area, that's it. I already filled one in? Okay. Fine. Go with that one.
This should do the trick.
Take the answer.
And there we have
I struggle
it.
with these kind of puzzles, for sure. You did it! Mark the area encircled by rope, and all of a sudden this puzzle gets a lot easier. There's only one post that needs to be removed for the man to make his getaway. He'd better hurry up and get that post loose. It's puzzles like these that I wish the Layton games just had better interactive tools to help you out. We're finally free, but there's no time to stand around. We must find a way out, and quickly. sir. Better memo is the one thing you're really hating in this game? Yeah, this game could definitely use a more... I mean, it doesn't even have to be like a better memo per se, but a lot of the puzzles could have more interaction with them. Like that one, you know, not necessarily, but you know, there's some other ones where it's like, you know, okay, well, let me move some things around, let me turn some things around. Those are always my favorite puzzles. The brain teasers and whatnot are generally the puzzles that I start struggling with. Oh no, we're locked in. There's no place to run. Calm yourself, Luke. There's bound to be another way out of this room. Look around you. I can see the key, if only I could reach it. Here, let's see if I can't reach it. 60. Oh dear. The key to the door is sitting behind a number of blocks. Slide the key out toward the professor's hand so the two can make their escape. Alright, cover your eyes, Super Gamer Rob. This one's gonna be a struggle. Try going the other way. Guess I can try bringing the key with me. Okay, how would I angle that so that it would work? And I need to get the yellow block into the hole the key started in at the same time that I get the key out. Okay. How about we try going the opposite way? Hooray!
And now to test my
That don't bother using him coins? Yes, that
And there we have it.
that helped me out a ton. Good work! Now Luke and Professor Layton can finally leave the room. There we are, the door is unlocked. Now, freedom is ours, Luke. Oh, that might be the last one. It is! We will have to read those. I'm gonna save. You know what? I'll read them right now. We'll start from the beginning. I'm gonna assume they're going this way. Alright, I met the most enchanting girl at the ball we held last night. These parties are usually a complete bore, but her presence changed all that. As the Duke's son, the unfortunate reality is that most people are either unnaturally polite or fawning toward me. But this girl was warm and real, and she treated me like anyone else. It was very refreshing indeed. I do hope to see her again. I had the great fortune of bumping into that girl from the ball again today. She's the daughter of some fancy lord or another, and it shows. Her intellect is matched only by the grace she displays, to be honest. To be honest, I'm quite taken with her and have already started courting her. However, I fear Father seems less than pleased with the idea. Father has always done what he wants, regardless of who objects. He's that way with everyone, even his sons. It's no wonder my younger brother always seems so irritated with him. Even so, he and I must endure Father's whims because, as the next in line to rule Full Sense, we cannot leave this town, even if we want to. We are stewards of this town and we must stay here to watch over it. No longer able to tolerate Father's selfish ways, my younger brother has left Full Sense for good. Strangely enough, Father doesn't seem affected by it at all. If anything, he only seems more focused on excavating even more gold from the mines. Is that miserable ore worth so much to him? I'm beginning to think that I will never understand that man. We found a new ore down in the ground that Father thinks we can refine into a precious metal. Personally, I doubt we'll be able to turn something as dull and dead as that rock into something of worth. Not that it's stopped Father. The digging has advanced to the point where it's formed a massive crater around the castle. I have visions of the whole castle tumbling down into that abyss. Today is a day to celebrate. At long last, the girl I love has agreed to give me her hand in marriage. I must begin preparing for her arrival at once. I'll gladly change out the castle's decor if it will make her feel more at ease here. I'm also commissioning a special dress to be made for her. She's going to look stunning in it. Just know it. All around town, people are falling ill to a disease that has no name. Some of the common folk have been saying that our town has fallen under a curse. As the only son remaining to watch over Full Sense, can't even think of leaving. The thought would be more disturbing were it not for her. As long as she's by my side, I have the strength to stay and protect this town. Oh, this wretched life of mine. The girl I love and to whom I was betrothed has abandoned me and fled Full Sense. Did all that awful talk of curses scare her off? Or did she truly leave me to be with someone else she loves? Either way, her betrayal cuts me to the core. I trusted her, and now I'm lost. Where do I go from here? What's left for me? Ever since she left, Father and I have been at each other's throats day and night. The mysterious disease plaguing our town continues to drive people to flee their homes for a safer life elsewhere. If only she had stayed with me, I feel like I could have weathered the storm. I still ask myself why she left this town. If she truly loved me, then why did she leave? My father fell ill from that sickness and has passed on. I also heard that many of the people who left Full Sense have formed a small village a safe distance from town. I imagine she lives there now too. I've decided to send her a letter. As Duke, I can't leave town, but I've entrusted my message with a man who is passing through town. Now, all I can do is wait for her reply. I don't know how many days have passed with me waiting to hear back from her. It's been so long, in fact, that even trying to figure out when I sent the letter has become difficult. Maybe she really doesn't love me. Maybe she's living in some other town, happily married to another man. In order to deal with the swine who sneak into Full Sense by night like rats and steal our gold, I've decided to quite literally play the part of a monster. Though focused on this, at times my thoughts turn to that gilded box and the letter inside. I now suspect that neither made it to her. Oh, my dear Sophia. Just to hear from you is all I desire. So there was a box, and there was a letter inside. Interesting. Go ahead and save again.